Hey everybody, Jochen Heiden here, back with the December 24th combat replay. Once again, Lodrik speaking in riddles, and he told me 2-1 victory for Japan and something about Nell Bombers and ASW. I don't know what he's talking about. So let's just get into this and see what happened. But he said it's 2-1, so it doesn't sound good. Okay, we're live. Let's see what this 2-1 thing is. I'm sure it's going to be bad. Okay, Cheselton. Oh, what happened here? So the Salmon got a hit on one of his patrol boats, but the torpedo did not detonate. What a shame. We got the Mark 14 curse, but we hit it. So hopefully we put a dent in their hull. That'd be nice, right? So in case you haven't deduced what's going on here, my subs have finally arrived off the coast of Japan, and we are going to commence our convoy raiding. Yeah, we're going to be starting to sink ships. That's what we're doing. Oh, what do we got here, guys? All right. So the tuna is also on station, and it looks like we caught an AKL that is just on the surface here with no escort. Okay, so torpedoes aren't working, but the gun is. So let's just keep using the. Let's use the gun, guys. Oh, well, that's not good. This just goes to show you how inept the American submarines are at the beginning of the war. Look at this. We're trading with an AKL and we got hit. Okay, so we take one hit. We do 7 hits to this AKL here. The Kokuyo Maru. Let's listen for a sinking sound. I don't know if that's going to be enough to do it. Nope, doesn't sound like it. Okay. Oh, I knew it was a risk. I knew it was a risk to leave it there. All right. So I left the Argon at wake because I needed more supply out of it, but it's probably gonna sink. Yeah, that was stupid. I should have just pulled it out of there once I realized that the sub was not gonna let up. That was a waste of a ship. All right, so now we're at Canton, and one of his rowboats is there. We do have a cargo task force that is landing supplies at Canton, and it has to be done. But these things are just camped out outside the port there, and they're just shooting away at us as we come in. Okay, nope, the Robin and the 175 are having a battle at Palmyra once again. This has been going on for 2 weeks now. Interesting. So he's landing at Sadat, which is a dot base. I don't know why he wouldn't just go right into Minato. Maybe he doesn't want to deal with the like the coastal guns, I guess. Interesting. So it's about time to pull Chucks and Minato, guys. He'll be in the grid in a few turns. Oh my god, come on. Give me a break. Oh man, his subs are this far out, and he's got our convoy routes dialed in. So the rally just took a hit, and hopefully I can get it back to port. I should, but man, this is a tanker task force. So it looks like he's moved his subs off of Hawaii, and now he's just straight raiding our convoys. This is what a pain. Let's hope that doesn't sink. I don't think it will, but it's definitely damaged. Okay. These are, I think these are mostly ASW aircraft right now on our side detecting his subs. Uh-oh. I think we caught somebody. I think we got him in a cap trap, guys. So these are buffaloes that I have coming out of Singapore. I moved him in last turn because I got tired of him hitting Kuala Lumpur every single turn. I could tell that he was sending in bombers every turn unescorted. So I decided to go ahead and move some aircraft into Singapore just for a turn to see if we can catch some of his bombers going in. And it looks like we did. So these buffaloes are flying out of Singapore, and they are on long-range cap. I'd love to see some more kills. I think I got 3 so far, right? Keep track with me. All right, that's 4. Okay. We're damaging a lot. Oh, now we're down to 3 aircraft. Another damage. Oh, that's 5. I think we're going to run out of aircraft here at this rate. Yeah, okay. It looks like we got 5 of those. That was the most that we could muster. Alright, it says 4 destroyed, 5 damage. I counted 5 destroyed. We can also hope that a few of these are going to be ops losses too. So good job, Buffaloes. We got something. And we got 1 Buffalo back. We got 1 here to get in on this. And he's out of ammo. Dang. Look at these unescorted bombers. What if I had more aircraft to throw at this? Would have been awesome, but I don't. And, you know, also the secret's out that I've got these fighters there in Singapore, so you can bet that next turn Lodrik will assign some escorts to these bombers, so I'm not going to be able to do this again. It was a one and done kind of thing. Alright, these are his nuisance bombers trying to slow us down, retreating. Quite a bit of casualties on this one. And more of the same. That's knocking us out of move mode every time he does it. Oh! Uh-oh! Got another one, guys. These are P-40s that I had on cap because I got tired of him attacking us all the time. And it looks like we caught up with a Nate unit. So I'm hoping the P-40s can outdo the Nates. Okay, there's 1. Count with me. I'm pretty sure a Nate can't compete with the P-40. That's not good. Oh, what if we could wear through these What if we can wear through these Nates and get to those Ans? It'll be lights out. Okay, 2 Nates down. 3 Nates down. Let's go. I want some aces here. Let's get some aces. That's 3? 4? 5? I don't know. I've lost track. Let's call it 5. I just hope we have enough ammo that we get to the Ans, because we'll shred right through those. We may run out of P-40s before he does. Pretty inconclusive right now. Good. Let's get some more of those down so we can get to those ands. Okay, now it's in our favor. It's 10 to 6. Once those nates are gone, the only thing in front of us are the ands, which will melt. Shoot. Nope. 4. Oh, jeez. Oh, that happened fast. So we just lost 5 aircraft in a row, dropping out due to now 6. We're down to 4 aircraft left. Okay, here now we're getting to the ands here, but we're running out of aircraft. Dang it. Those P-40s just don't last, do they? I'd say we killed at least 6 aircraft, though, right? Yeah, I think we got more than this. So, it is what it is. I would have loved to have killed more bombers, but at least we got some kills for our pilots and some training. So I'll be happy with that. And now he's coming in with more unescorted bombers at Kuala Lumpur, but we just don't have any more aircraft to send up to deal with it. Okay. If I were a betting man, I would say he's going to try to break through at Kukong here. Because he's got that unit in this hex here, and he's bombing us pretty good. I think he wants it. Okay. Light casualties there. Big raid here. I doubt it will do much damage, though, because these guys are up in the mountains. And medium. Okay. So again, more unescorted bombers coming in here. If only I had more aircraft, he'd be in trouble. We take no damage. Oh, wow, what? We had P-40s up, but they didn't engage for whatever reason. Ah, what a shame. I don't know what happened there. Let's see if we can deduce it from here. Cap, 3 scrambling. Time for all groups to reach interception is 41 minutes. That doesn't sound like we were able to get the aircraft up and into combat in time. We missed the intercept. And he's hitting Kukong again. More IDAS hitting here. Oh, I don't think he's gonna do anything. Yeah, we probably missed the intercept again. Yeah, I think that's what's going on here. Is we're not really in position when they get there. Yeah, he's just continuing to harass us as we retreat. Oh, look, he showed up. Our bombers decided to make an attack here. Look at that, and nothing stopped us. So we damaged. We scared the Japanese a little bit here. I bet they weren't expecting that. Just a little reminder that we do have aircraft, right? Okay, so these are my 139s making an attack, and they miss. So these are the aircraft coming out of Manado for a air attack. And we don't do anything with that. Okay, well, that was an interesting day in the air, right? So now we got some more. Here's our recon aircraft. Oh, we shot down a Mavis. Pretty cool. These are our ASW aircraft making attacks now. Wow, look at that. That is a huge raid. How many aircraft are we looking at here? Over 100 strike aircraft. Attacking this lone unit here. Seems like a little bit of a waste of aircraft for one unit, but check out that escort. 22 zeros. If our P-40s had run into these guys, we'd have been done for. Wow. There's probably be nothing left of this unit here. Yeah. So they're into taking out destroyed now because we've taken so many casualties and this unit has been defeated on the ground twice. So now these attacks are actually destroying the actual squads. We're making another attempt here at Sadat or Sedate. And we miss again, of course. All right, so that's it for the air phase, or for all air combat today. Interesting. Ugh. I sure wish that our escorts could do something to the sub. I mean, it should be in shallow water, right? If it's right off the coast. It's so difficult to supply these bases out here. His subs are there at every base, and we're going to have to endure attacks every single time to get stuff out to them. There's got to be a way around it, but I don't know what it is. All right, let's see how it goes on the ground. So, all right, so here's this major attack coming into Chiaangchao. We only had a token force there to defend. This is a pretty substantial force here. It looks like at least 1, 2, 3, 4 divisions, 3 brigades, several regiments. Yeah, we're obviously going to lose this, but I'm just curious if he takes any damage on the process. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, check that out. Check out this death stack that he's got. 2,500 assault value. We didn't stand a chance. Yeah, we lost big numbers there. We inflict basically nothing on him, which is ridiculous. That just makes no sense to me. So I'm sure we're not going to do well on this either. You know, I wasn't trying to defend it. I was trying to get out of it. But he just, I guess Japanese soldiers walk faster than Chinese ones. So we take huge losses there and do nothing to him. Alright, and there's another shock attack here, which that unit probably destroyed. Right, it was a goner anyway. And now we have the dreaded attack at Johorbaru. We knew this was coming too. No idea if our units are going to hold or not. I don't think they will, but it'd be cool if they did. Let's just see what happens here. Yeah. Oh, that's the beginning of the end for us. So 833 assault value just in this unit alone. That's going to be Probably more than enough to take out Singapore, I'm guessing. So a very successful attack for him. We take a lot of casualties here. He takes none, more or less. So that's what he's coming at us with. Man. This poor unit here is just hanging on for dear life. This might be the one that finishes it off. Yep. Well, they lasted for 3 weeks down there, but it just was just too much for them. Happy Christmas Eve, guys. You're now dead. Unit is destroyed. Jesseltun. Jesseltun. This will fall. The base force has no assault value whatsoever. Somehow the unit retreated. I don't know how or why. I would think they'd be dead. There's probably like 2 guys left in that whole unit. Well, Singapore went to fortification size 3 just in time to get beat up. Well, good day in the air, bad day in the sea, and a really bad day on the ground. That's how I could summarize this turn. We'll take a look at the intelligence report, and we'll analyze the situation here as soon as this is done. Let's take a quick peek and see if we get any new things on the map here. Okay. Okay, these are new units here. These ones at Mojave. That's all new stuff. This is new. All right. The other one in up in Australia, I think, was just a relocation. So let's take a look at the intelligence report now. Hey guys, I'm back with the intelligence report. Let's take a look. So we had a killer day in the air today. We made some aces today. So according to this, the Japanese lost 16 aircraft and we only lost 1. So if we look at the breakdown, we shot down, according to this, 8 Nates, 7 Nels plus 1 ops loss, and he lost an Ann and a Mavis as well, all in air-to-air. Additionally, there was a Jake that he lost, one of his scout planes. We lost 1 aircraft due to ops loss, and this was P-40 Warhawk. Very acceptable rate of loss. I think we made some aces today. Let's take a look at that. Let's get the music playing again. All right. List top pilots. Look at this. We made 3 aces today. 1 New Zealand pilot and 2 U.S. Army pilots. So that's awesome. 3 aces in one day. If you look at our pilot losses, 0, 0, 0. I can't say the same for Lodrik. I guarantee you he had some good pilots killed today. So I'm really excited about how this worked out. And I'll show you on the map where these engagements, where they took place. Looking at Army losses, we took a lot of casualties last round. We lost several bases. And he also took a couple other bases too. I think I already said that. Yeah, we lost bases and he defeated us on the ground and we took a lot of casualties. And basically, we lost about maybe 30 points in Army losses and he lost 1. Because apparently the Japanese don't take casualties when they attack stuff. They just get to do it for free. But that's okay because Lodrik's time is coming. For ship losses, it wasn't too bad, but it was unacceptable. So the Argonne was lost at Wake Island, and really this is entirely my fault. That ship was attacked the previous turn by the same submarine that killed it this time, and I elected to roll the dice and keep it in place for 1 more turn to offload a little bit more supply into Wake, because I wasn't sure when I'd be able to get in there again. And of course, it got attacked again, and of course he sunk it. So we wasted another 16-point ship needlessly because I just felt obligated to stay there one extra turn to offload supplies. It was not worth the trade. So the situation in the Pacific continues to be a big mess because he's blockading all of our bases that need to be there to put in supply. And we're going to continue losing ships until we find a better way to deal with that. So 152 ships sunk to his 20. Aircraft losses, however, we're starting to close the gap. I'm trying to keep like a 3-2 loss rate, right? For every 3 that I lose, I want Lodrik losing 2. We're not quite there yet, but we're definitely not 2-1. So we're somewhere in between. We're closing this gap though, and I'm happy about it. So this is our current situation as of the 25th of December. So Merry Christmas, everybody. It's actually Christmas 1941. What a horrible Christmas 1941 must have been for the whole world, right? So let's talk about the strategic situation because I'm starting to see some stuff I don't like here in China. So we definitely spotted these 2 units on the road here, and they're basically blocking all of these more or less from getting out. We're gonna have to fight our way out is what it's looking like to me, and with how crappy the Chinese forces are on the ground, I don't know how that's gonna go. So there is a chance we may be trapped back here or forced to drive through these mountain or rough terrain hexes which take forever to traverse. This unit here, we actually bombed it last turn. I don't know if that scouting information is correct. For 8 units, it doesn't seem right. But we did bomb it. Hopefully we knocked a couple of these guys out of combat, out of move mode and going into combat. But he's trending towards Kukong, based on that little arrow right there. The big engagement that we had where we shot down all those nates was here at Pingxiang. We had P-40s based out of Chiaangchao, and they decided they were going to make their presence known here during one of his attacks. It wasn't exactly the intercept I was hoping for because it was fully escorted by nates, but whatever. We shot down the nates instead, and to me that's a win. We made a couple aces out of that, so really good job by our P-40s. But to be smart about it, I won't be doing that again. I got to move the P-40 unit somewhere else. I won't say where, because Lodrik's going to get smart to that, and he's going to send stronger escorts now on his next attack. So we gotta keep moving our P-40s around, or just not even move them around, but land them, have them stand down for a turn, have them lay low, let the dust settle before they go back up again. Because we're playing hit and run tactics in China because he's got too many aircraft and too many fighters and too much of everything to counter us. So we got to be very careful. So the situation up here in northern China that's really concerning me now is right here. I'm concerned about an envelopment because he just took Chiaangchao and he had one of his Lodrik patented death stacks here. This thing had 2,800 assault value worth of troops in it. Okay, this is a massive glob of troops, and it can basically go any direction at once. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop it. So if he moves this way and cuts the road junction here or cuts the road junction here, we're going to have to rely on this chintzy little road here to get our supply into Luoyang. And I don't know if that's tenable or not. So as much as I hate to admit it, we may be forced to pull out of Luoyang without a fight because we may not be able to keep it supplied. We do have a large force in Luoyang, so I feel like we could hold off a direct assault if it happened, at least one turn. But if we don't resolve the supply situation or we can't keep this road open, I don't know how we're going to be able to do that. So I think he's starting to create a Luoyang encirclement here, and he's going to force us out down this crappy little road to Xi'an. So that's what we got going on in China. It's not great. You know, and supply continues to be a problem because we have way more troops on the map than we have supply for, and I don't see a resolution to that anytime soon. We can't get supply in here. So we're just going to have to make do with what we got. But China's not looking too great. Burma, same old thing in Burma. India, it's all good. Nothing to see here. Well, we had a big setback here in Malaya. We spotted a enemy unit on the road here. He's heading down towards Kuala Lumpur, and these guys are heading up. And that unit will not hold. Additionally, he did take Johorbaru. He blasted through with another one of his death stacks. Look at that. 35,000 troops. This force here, as it sits, is probably more than enough to take Singapore right now. Because as you know, he cut us off early in the campaign and kept us from getting tons of troops into Singapore that would normally be needed to hold it open. They did not make it. So I give Singapore 3 to 4 turns before it falls, maybe 5. If we make it into January 1st, Singapore, I'll be amazed. Doesn't look like we will, though. Not with this kind of force. But however, one good thing that happened was the good old classic cap trap. I noticed that Lodrik was hitting Kuala Lumpur every turn with a lot of bombers with no fighter escort. So I moved a Buffalo unit from Palembang up to Singapore, and I did a long-range cap over Kuala Lumpur, and lo and behold, he sent another bomber unit in with no fighter escort, and our Buffaloes had a field day. So out of this group, we managed to make another ace. So Pilot Officer Greenhalgh is now an ace, and he's a New Zealand pilot. So awesome job. I'm going to clap for him. He did a great job. What we are going to do, though, is probably move out now because Lodrik doesn't do the same mistake twice, and he's gonna probably throw a ton of fighters onto the next attack on Kuala Lumpur. And I know that our Buffaloes can't stand and trade with a 0, which I'm sure he'll bring. So we're probably going to evacuate that unit back out of Singapore. We did what we needed to do. We're going to get out of there. But great job. So that air battle that helped contribute to our big air win this battle or turn was at Kuala Lumpur out of Singapore. Classic cap trap. We got him. Okay, so in the Dutch East Indies, we have a problem. And here's the problem. This guy right here. My scouts are reporting 10 ships sighted and a couple heavy cruisers and a destroyer, maybe more. And I believe it. He had all of his cruisers and destroyers operating all up and through here about a week and a half ago. And he pulled them out. But this one's been lurking. And I think what he's going to do is come through here and sweep. So once again, the door is closing on our evacuation plans. And until I know where this unit's going, I don't want to move anything else from Balikpapan down to Surabaya. And I'm definitely not moving anything out of Surabaya until I know what's going to happen with this. So we're going to keep a close eye on this task force here and see where it's trying to go. I'm hoping it kind of stays in here because there's nothing really in here for him to get. But out this way, we have a few ships that are fleeing towards Perth. And if he continues to drive this way, he may run into them. So this right now is my current issue in the Dutch East Indies. Because this one unit can block all of my escape attempts. Since he's got this little channel blockaded here with subs, we have to go further around. But if this unit is over here, we can't even get through there. So we can't get through there because he's got a ton of subs. We can't get through here because he's got a ton of subs. We may not be able to get through here or here because of this. So he's really got us trapped right now, again. And, you know, I'm still wondering where his carriers are at and when they're coming back. That could be any day. I suspect they're over here at Babeldaub, getting resupplied. But, you know, I don't know. So until we figure that out, that's going to be a problem. Also, I had some subs over here repairing at Porto Princesa, but I see this unit moving this way, right? This is a task force moving to probably take this base. So now I'm having to evacuate my subs out of here and get them on the road again. These are subs that came out of Manila but were so badly damaged I had to stop and repair them somewhere. And I thought we'd have some time here on Palawan, but apparently not. I give this the next turn to be landing here, and this base will fall. So that's an issue. And then I'm looking at the Philippines here in Luzon, and I'm starting to see something that I don't like. I think Lodrik is gonna starve us out. I don't think he's in a rush to take the Philippines. I think he is not going to attack us, which sucks because I really wanted him to throw everything he had at Clark Field. Because I don't see any indication that these units are moving right now. Okay, they're all stuck in one spot, and they have us surrounded, so there's nowhere to go but to Bataan, which doesn't do us any good. And he knows we're not going to attack, and he's not really in a rush because he has Manila, which is where all the points are at. Clark Field isn't worth that much to him. It's worth a lot to us, but not to him. So he could literally sit here for a month or two in the Philippines and slowly whittle us away at Clark Field until we have no supply, and then he can just come in and take the place for free. So I want him to attack us, but I don't know if he will. So if we end up doing this what do you call it? When you surround something, a siege of Clark Field, where he's just gonna starve us out. I don't see us getting out of here. So that's what's going on in Luzon. Come on, Lodrik, be a man and attack us. You need to come in here and take us out. All right. Moving south. This is what we got going on at Port Moresby and Australia right now. We have his carrier task force sighted here in the Solomon Sea. Moving northeast, which would suggest that he's either going to Rabaul or truck, which is good, but I need to make sure that he does, and all the way, because I want to get more troops into Port Moresby, but I need to be sure that this is done for a while before we start moving ships in again. Because if he does a 180 here and comes back, I don't want to get caught with my pants down unloading troops at Port Moresby when he doesn't go all the way in. So he very well may just go to Rabaul, or he may go back to truck. I don't know that he's got enough stuff at Rabaul to rearm these anyway. He may need to go to truck regardless, but we don't have a whole lot of time here to exploit this. So I'm going to remobilize all the ships that I sent south and try to get some back up here and see what we can sneak into Port Moresby on the next run. It won't be much, though. So keep an eye on this unit. I want him to go this way. I want to spot this thing over here tomorrow, because that will tell me that he's well on his way to truck, and that gives us, I don't know, a week to get stuff into Port Moresby before he can come back. All right. So the last situation that I want to talk about is the repeated submarine attacks that we've been experiencing all through here. Palmyra, Baker Island, Canton, Tahiti, right? He's got subs everywhere. He's got subs at Johnston Island. I'm sure he's got some at Midway. We know he's got one on Wake because that's where he took out the Argonne when we were trying to do our supply mission. So we know that that's what he's got. And it sucks because I want to resupply these forward bases, but he parks a sub there and they seem to hit every time and they never miss. And I don't really have a good answer because our ASWs doesn't seem to get the job done. And speaking of subs, he's got our supply lines fully figured out because he struck us out all the way over here and he hit the Raleigh last turn with a single torpedo. And unfortunately, it did a lot of damage, and I am really concerned that I may not be able to get the Raleigh back to land in time. It's definitely not going to make it back to the west coast, so we're going to head back to Hilo, which is the closest, safest place to go, just to do emergency repairs until we can move it back into Pearl. But with the flotation damage over 57, I am very concerned that the ship won't make it, because we do have a little bit of fire on board, too. Which is fine, but the fire subtract from the other damage control parties. So, like, we need to start clicking this damage down below 50 if we want to be safe to get back in. I don't know if we're going to make it. So, we'll keep watching the Raleigh. Hopefully, we can get it back to land and get it repaired. In hindsight, I don't even know why I sent the rally out there. I don't need a light cruiser escorting these things. I just need destroyers. But it ate a torp. But hopefully it ate a torp so that one of these tankers wouldn't. Because these are good tankers here. Yeah, but subs are a huge problem right now. They're everywhere. Everywhere I don't want them to be, he's got them. And this was one of my major supply lanes, and he seems to have figured it out. So now I got to get all evasive with my other ships and start steering around and going about so we don't run into any more subs. I am sick of subs already. It's only the 25th of December. I'm sick of them. I don't know if I said that enough. I'm sick of them. Yeah. So Lodrik's got subs everywhere, and we got nothing we can do to stop them. So that's the situation we got. We had some aircraft come in at Mojave, which is not too far away from where I was born as a child. I kind of lived over here in the Southern California desert is where I was born, and Mojave's not too far away. But we've already moved those aircraft into Marchfield, which is where I actually work now. And then what else did we get? Looking at the ops report, we got a AA regiment. We had some more ships come in at Aden and Abadan, which is fine. I got more ships there than I need. They can only move so much stuff at any time, right? Yeah, so that's what we got. I need to figure out the sub problem. That's what I really need to figure out, how to deal with these guys, because I'm really tired of getting torpedoed every turn. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If I missed something, I'll be happy to explain it. But that's what we got right now. So I'm going to start working on my next turn and hopefully get that back to Lodrik tomorrow, and we'll continue this thing. So until then, keep your fingers crossed so we get the rally safely back to Hawaii and it doesn't sink on the way. Because he does not need 28 points more. Alright, take care.